Bonjour, bonsoir. Welcome to Vanity Angel. This is all about vanity or related subjects to her because I felt like she needed her own channel to try to just focus just on her accomplishments and what she means to people and what she was able to accomplish in actually a very short period of time and how she even became a bigger um, icon when she got back into her spirituality. Um, I think that she started out really with a great focus on trying to be a model and, using that to get into the industry and becoming an actor and a singer. Now, most people, I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but she was going to call herself Denise Sonic. That was going to be her stage name way before she met Prince. She had written or said something. I read an article, and a lot of the stuff that about her is gone. Like a lot of stuff that used to be posted back in the day, it's gone. A lot of the articles and interviews, and there was so much more on her. They've been taken down over the years. I wish I would have saved them, but I didn't know then that these. I thought this stuff was forever. When you put it on the internet, I thought it was there forever. But obviously, people take things down and delete things, and it's probably still out there in cyberspace. But a lot of the people that used to create website, they had websites on her, and a lot of those websites were taken down over the years. But had way more information. A lot of behind the scenes videos and a lot of the outtakes and just pictures that she took, behind the scenes. There was a lot of stuff out there. I remember back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when they used to have Yahoo groups, there was so many vanity sites. There was like several of them. I was like members of all of them. I had subscribed to all of them because I was so intrigued with her music and her movies and her interviews, and a lot of it's gone. I just remember so many because even the video Mechanical Emotion was out there, and I remember seeing a clip of it, and she was talking about the song Mechanical Emotion and how she had More State featured on it, and it became a hit. It was a hit song. It went gold and sold a lot of copies. It was on number one on the charts. So she had a lot, and she wrote the song. She wrote that song. So it just shows you that she did have abilities to write and perform. So she was very talented in that way. I think had she stayed with Prince, he might have just played her like he did with so many other the women. Unfortunately, he wasn't ready to settle down when they met. He was still wild and very promiscuous in some ways. I don't know if he had intimate relationships with every woman he was with, but I know he dated a lot. That's something I did. You saw that, you see a lot of his pictures of. It's like one moment he's with Vanity, then he's with Susanna, then he's with Maite, and then it was just like he kept going with all these different women, and you never quite knew who he was truly in love with, I guess. When I go back over all the articles and the videos and the pictures, I'm like, who is he really in love with, outside of his music? And it comes back to Vanity because a lot of times because it's almost like he was trying to replace her. When they lost each other or they broke up or he dumped her or she dumped him, he was trying to replace her. And like every woman that he would meet, he was trying to turn her into like a vanity type character. It was like the hair, the makeup, the way she dressed. Every woman seems to have some element of that in her. And he could never really replace her. Like he tried every little avenue, every little, let's try, you know, like even Apollonia. I believe Apollonia and him were intimate at some point or dated because she was living with him for a little while. So, and then Carmen Electra. So I always felt like he was trying to replace her, even though they were soulmates. I felt like they were so much alike. and that they should have dated and then they should have married. That would have made sense to me if they would have gotten married. But, you got two people that are two egotistical people, very headstrong people. It's hard to be, to get along. When two people are both trying to fight for control, it's not going to work. Somebody's got to give up a little leeway there, and somebody's got to be kind of like, more of the a little bit of a follower in order to deal with the other person. But you can't have two leaders bumping heads all the time. It's just going to be conflict after conflict. So maybe they were too much alike. But however, before she met Prince, I felt like Vanity, aka Denise, had a very clear vision of what she wanted to do and what she wanted to be. She definitely wanted to go into the movies and TV and do music, and she even wanted to be an author, and I believe she wanted to write a screenplay at one point. And I think she fulfilled a lot of those dreams. It just wasn't, I think because of her drug usage, that's what her downfall was. I don't think it was the music. I don't think it was the movies. I think it was that she could not control her drug situation. Had she been able to control that and not even get into it, she would still be here. I guarantee you she'd still be here. It had nothing to do with Prince. It had nothing to do with Rick James. It had nothing to do with Nikki Sixx. It was really something to do with her. She needed some kind of healing, and she didn't get that soon enough or quick enough in order to get her out of the drug situation. But before she got into the drugs, she had a clear vision of what she wanted to do. And once she became a model in Canada, in Toronto, she went from Toronto to New York, and she stayed in New York for a little while, but she wanted to get into the music part of it. And that's when they flew her out to LA to do the music. Actually, this is kind of how I think it happened. She was in Toronto, from Toronto to New York, to New York, to Japan to LA. I think that's kind of how, Minneapolis, because she stayed in Minneapolis for a little while with Prince, and then she went to LA. So she really kind of knew what she wanted to do. She was very clear on what she wanted to do, and she was getting a lot of offers. And then once she met Prince and became Vanity, she really got a lot more offers. And she became this beautiful sex symbol, as we know her today. The thing about her is that she wasn't like an average beauty, because there's a lot of pretty women out there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I see a lot of beautiful women every single day, but they don't have that level of beauty that she had. I just haven't met somebody that's as beautiful as that, or more beautiful than her. I've never seen anybody more beautiful than Vanity. I think she's like the epitome of beauty, and there might be variations of that. The hair color might be some other different color. Maybe the eye color might be some other different eye color, but it's never more beautiful than her. I've never seen anybody more beautiful. Okay? There's people out there that are probably as beautiful, could kind of probably stand next to her, but not more beautiful. I've yet to see that. So she was blessed. She was blessed with looks. And I think she was more approachable because she wasn't like this Amazon tall woman. Like she wasn't like a 6 foot tall woman. She was like a 5'5" woman, so she was like average height. So it was easier for her to meet men that were a little taller than her or taller than her. So, she had a lot more chances of meeting men than somebody that's super glamazon tall. So I don't know, that maybe that plays some part of it too, because I was like, she was like a petite woman, and but very curvy. She had a beautiful body, and face to match. And not only that, she has such a great spirit. Like her spirit, no matter if she was Vanity or Denise, whoever she was switching back and forth at one point, she was always a good person. She always had that good, she had integrity, when a lot of people don't have integrity. But then she went into she got into the Vanity Six role and became kind of like this wicked, sexy woman. But then I also saw the movie Tanya's Island, and I felt like Tanya's Island was such a good movie. It's a sleeper. It's kind of one of those movies that it's a B movie, and it makes you wonder, like, why would she do a movie like this? And it was kind of cringy at times. It's like some cringy stuff in there, but it was a good movie. I liked it. It was just kind of a weird, cringy movie, B movie. It was so bad that it was good kind of movie, kind of thing. Um, but I think she did a great job in that movie. You know, there were some elements that I really liked, like in the beginning when she's walking up the stairs in that haunted type house. She hears a noise or something in the attic, and she goes up there. And it's a room full of lights or something like that. It's just like this interesting intro. It's like a dream that she's having. Obviously, she's having a dream, and you don't know that it's a dream until the end of the movie that she wakes up and she's realized she was having a dream. But it was a great movie as far as like seeing her before she was Vanity. You know, what was her personality like? And she was very kind of innocent, you know, very much that, and very much like a country type girl in a way. Nothing like Vanity at all. But I was always wondering why she wore the fur coat, the gorilla fur coat. And I was like, oh, it's because of Tanya's Island, probably. That was probably the reason why she went out her way to try to get a gorilla coat, because she was in that movie. And it was a weird movie. It was kind of a creepy movie, but it was an interesting movie nonetheless. It had its moments, you know, it had its moments. And then, you know, she became this wild animal, Vanity. And to me, Vanity means the most beautiful woman. Um, to me, it meant the ultimate beauty. You know, that's what I thought it meant. And every woman would love to be her. You know, that's what I thought it meant. And I think when she took on the moniker, said she was afraid to take on that name. I'm thinking it's the reason why she was afraid, because she worried about what people would think about her. Would they think she's stuck up or difficult? That's probably what she meant by that. And she wasn't. She was nothing like that. She was nothing like that. She was like the opposite of vain. She was like one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. So when like this picture here is like an iconic picture to me. Like it captures all of her beauty. Facially, structurally, it's like, oh my god, look, she's stunning. She has little to no makeup on. She has a little foundation on, some lip gloss, and that's kind of it. That's about it. You know, she's like a natural, stunning beauty, and that's why I'm glad they took a picture like that, because I'm like, it was perfect. You know, facing front. You know, because most people, they say those aren't your best pictures when you take a beauty shot, which is straightforward. Most people don't take good pictures that way. It's usually you're on the side, or you're turned to the side to get an angle. But she looked good no matter what angle you took, and this was a representative of that. So that was a beautiful picture of her. And I had a dream about her not too long ago, and she was like trying to warn me of something. She was like warning me. I can't remember the dream. I wish I could remember, but she was like warning me. She kept saying something like, don't go down there, don't go in that way, don't go in that direction, turn away, turn away, turn away. So it's something she might have said in one of her interviews, but I just remember her like warning me. She was wearing all white, and she had no makeup on, but she was suddenly beautiful. She was glowing like an angel, and she was like, don't go down that way. But she was a beautiful person inside and out. I think that people misjudged her, and they thought she probably wasn't very bright. They probably thought she didn't have much talent, because she was a stunning beauty. And usually people that are stunningly gorgeous and beautiful, they're always kind of given that like name of, oh, they're kind of dumb, like you're supposed to be dumb and beautiful or something. But she was very smart, actually. Even though she didn't finish high school, she read a lot. She was a reader. And you can see that when she kind of left the industry and became an evangelist. She remembered long passages of the Bible. She was like repeating a whole bunch of stuff like it was nothing. So I always felt like she had something special in her that even though she left the industry, and yes, it was sad for her to leave, and people, we all loved her. We wanted her to continue. But her mental health and her physical health were way more important than entertainment. So I'm glad that she did leave for her own health reasons. And but she's one of these people who will always be remembered as being an iconic beauty. There was nobody quite like her at that time. I see women now that kind of favor her. Like Claudia Jordan kind of has a little, she favors her a little bit. Paula Patton kind of favors her a little bit. There's several actresses out there that kind of have that similar look. And I think I did a video about that, like who should play Vanity. I forgot the lady's name, but there's another lady who looks so much like her. Like they could be sisters. And I don't know if there's ever going to be another Vanity like quite like that. I don't think there ever is going to be to that level, all of what she has. I don't know if there's ever going to be a woman quite like her with the personality and everything that she was. I don't know if we'll get that again. However, we still have her movies, we still have her pictures, we still have her videos, we still have her music. So that's why I kind of wanted to create this channel, because I really feel like she deserves it. I think she deserves to be remembered. And I think, when you have an icon like that, you just don't sweep them under the rug just because they're no longer in the industry or they're no longer here. I think should remember them if you really, really love what they brought to the table. I mean, I loved all of her movies that were quite good. And I think that she will live on forever in our hearts and our minds. So, Vanity, this channel is for you. And I call her Vanity Angel because I feel like she was an angel. Regardless of what her image was put out there, that was mostly an act. I was like, well, she's acting. But deep and down inside, she's like this wonderful, nice person, a sweet person, an angel. So that's why I called it Vanity Angel. So let me know what you guys want to see on this channel. I'll be more than happy to produce more videos that you would like to see. Let me know. Talk to you later. Ciao.